Hi everybody, welcome back to In the Kingdom. My name is Tracy and today we are doing a recipe video. Today we are making vegan Hamentashen. These are the triangle shaped cookies that are popular around the holiday known as Purim. So jumping right in, you're going to need 2/3 cup of vegan butter, 1/2 cup of vegan sugar, 3 tablespoons of aquafaba. Yes, I said aquafaba. We'll get back to this miracle juice in just a minute. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, which is the zest about half a lemon, 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Back to aquafaba. Aquafaba is the brine or liquid that is found inside of canned beans. It's just like water and bean protein. That's all it is. It is used as the absolute best egg replacer there is, especially when it comes to baking. If you think of fruit puree, it's kind of sticky and the powder is just hard to mix. So this is like the most special thing there is in the replacement of eggs. So it is a starch and a protein just like an egg. It is the consistency of a raw egg white. It is a binder, an emulsifier, and a thickener just like an egg. It reacts like an egg to baking powder and baking soda, making everything puff up and giving it that consistency you want in baked goods. It's a low cholesterol alternative to eggs. Perfect if you are trying to cut out cholesterol, if you're allergic to eggs, or if you just want to bake vegan. So any bean liquid will do, but the light ones like chickpeas, garbanzo beans, white beans doesn't have a strong taste, so it works better whenever you're baking something. So in a bowl, we're going to cream together 2/3 cup of vegan butter and your 1/2 cup of vegan sugar. Vegan sugar is just sugar that's not run through bone char to give it that white look. It's just unrefined sugar. While that is creaming together for about a minute, I'm going to go ahead and zest my lemon. And then I'm going to add in, once that's creamed together, I'm going to put in my aquafaba, my lemon zest, and I'm going to put in my vanilla extract, making sure that I keep scraping down the sides to keep things combining well. So then I'll let all of that mix together for another minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then in a separate bowl, I'm going to add my 2 cups of flour, my 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and my pinch of salt, and then I'll mix that really well. And then I will combine my dry ingredients with my wet ingredients and let that all blend together, making sure you stop every now and then to scrape down your sides to keep everything combining well. While that is mixing, I'm going to prepare my surface. So I'm just going to line my workspace with some plastic wrap, and then I'm going to put some flour in a bowl to the side, and I'll dust my hands with flour, remove every single bit of dough that you can off of your beater, your paddle there, and get it all out of the bowl. It might be a little bit sticky, but just get a little bit of flour and work with it for just a second. It really is a really nice dough. It comes together really well. So then I pat it out into a nice disc shape, and then you're going to wrap it in your plastic wrap, and you're going to chill this in the refrigerator for like 45 minutes to even up to overnight. I've even heard of some people doing it for a couple of days because this dough works really well when it's kept cold, but I just kind of let it go for about 45 minutes, and while it was chilling, I was working on my filling. So for my filling, I use this Bone Mama preserves. It is super yummy. I got the raspberry for one of my sons. He loves raspberry. I got cherry, and I got this apricot. The apricot is mine and my husband's favorite. It is so yummy. We are going to make something super special out of this. So you're going to take a full jar of the apricot preserves and put it in a bowl. Add to that 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then you are going to add some chopped walnuts. I just got the whole walnuts, and you can put them in a food processor and chop them up until they're super small. I kind of like them to have just a little bit of chunk to them, so I'll put them in my sandwich bag here and just roll them with the rolling pin until I get them to the consistency I want. It's a good stress relief, crushing some walnuts with a rolling pin. But once you get them to the fine consistency that you want, add them to the bowl and then just mix it super well. Then you're going to preheat your oven to 375 degrees and line a baking sheet with some parchment paper. Flour your work surface, and like I said, this dough works well when it's kept cold, so I will take only about 1/4 of my disc and work with it at a time, and then I'll put the rest back into the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. So flour your hands, flour your rolling pin, and just work the dough out until it's about 1/8 of an inch thickness. And then you're going to use a cookie cutter, or I use the jar from the preserves because we use these as drinking glasses and everything. We've got so many for making Hamentashen. But I just use the jar and cut these little round disc shapes. And then you can keep adding to your dough from the fridge as you go, but just keep rolling it out to 1/8 of an inch thickness, and adding your cold dough to it until you get a full baking sheet full of these little round discs. Once that is done, I put my remainder of my dough back in the fridge, and then you're going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of your filling to the center of your little round circles. And I did 1/2 of them with the apricot stuff, and the other 1/2 I did with the raspberries this time. But you can put chocolate in the middle, you can put anything you want to fill this cookie with, you can do it. Once you're done, I've got some water in this little white bowl, and I'll just gently wet around the very rim, the outside of the little disc, and then I bring it up in the back with my thumbs, and then I pinch it into that triangle shape that you see there. It took us just a few times our first time we made it. Even the boys were doing it like experts within just a little bit. It's super easy. So once again, you wet just a little bit around the rim there. I think I added a little bit too much water because mine opened, but you'll see at the end how much they open. But you just pinch it into this triangle shape. Once you get them all done there, I'll show you one more time. Just a little bit of water around the rim. Pick it up in the back with your thumbs, pinch the back, and then pinch the triangle in the front. And then I'll go back and just make sure I pinch all the edges and get them nice and tight. I think if I used less water, they wouldn't have opened this much. But anyway, once you get them all pinched together like that, then you'll place it in the oven for 10 minutes at 375 degrees until the tips are golden brown. You don't want to overcook it, but these were super soft cookies, but they had that nice bite to them that you want from a cookie. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vegan Hamentashen. These are so much better than the ones we made last year, which were vegetarian. I love these more, and I think this is the only one that I will ever make from now on. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. But until next time, be loved and live for the kingdom to come, and have a very, very happy Purim with your family. Bye.